Let's see what Ben Shapiro had to say. Speaking of the pro-life party, by the way, Ben Shapiro's pro-life, by the way. Let's hear what he had to say, by the way, about being pro-life, by the way.
If government can protect kids from the sick radical left, shouldn't they also protect kids from hunger? Wouldn't it make sense to strengthen food stamps and have school lunch be free, since some kids are in school lunch debt? Well, I mean, if you are a parent, school lunches are not going to solve the problem of child hunger at any serious level.
What? Okay, so he's gonna wait. Hold up. He's gonna advocate for child tax credits, then, right? Like, or even additional support, right? He's saying like school lunches are not enough.
If there is a problem of children actually starving, that is a child endangerment scenario in which CPS needs to be called. If you're talking about like actual.
So what? If you're poor, if you're fucking broke and poor, then the best thing to do is have big government rip you away from your child? Wait, what? Did this motherfucker just say, I hate big government, which is why big government should literally force your child into the foster care system for the crime of being poor? Like, Ben literally doesn't think the government should give you money so your poor child could eat, but instead should come in, knock your fucking door down, and kidnap your child. That's crazy.
Child starvation. The truth is, it does not take that much money to feed a child. I know I have 3 of them. You should be.
Wait, hold on. Oh, it doesn't take that much money to feed children? Hold on 1 second. Let me just look up Ben Shapiro's net worth. Oh, that's right. It's $25 million. Thanks, man. Thanks for dropping that note in there, dude. Oh my God. I wonder why he doesn't think it's expensive to fucking raise a child. By the way, GOP state legislator opposed to free school lunch proposal, says he never met a hungry Minnesotan. Let's see what the child food insecurity rates are in this country, which is, I mean, wait, hold on. There isn't like this isn't like a heavily discussed take, right? Food insecurity for households with children rose in 2020, disrupting decade-long decline. Wow. So 14.8% of households with children have food insecurity. That's crazy. If only there were more studies on this. That's crazy. Now, of course, for those of you who want to know the truth about the matter, fuck Ben Shapiro. What a piece of shit. What a gigantic, evil piece of shit. Okay. Food insecurity is a gigantic problem in the richest nation on the planet, where we have an abundance of food that we produce, but of course, the markets dictate that we throw it out because it's a logistics problem. Okay. 85.2% of households with children were food secure, while 14.8% of households were food insecure. Almost 15% of households. Okay? Now, understand something. 15% of households with children were food insecure. Do you want to know where the number one most, calorie-dense meal that a child can get when they live in a food insecure household? Do you want to know? School lunches. That's precisely why, during COVID, when schools were closed, school lunch programs still continued. That's precisely the reason why free school lunches is a point of contention in this conversation. Do you understand? And for those of you who say something along the lines of like, oh my God, I went to school and the food was shitty as hell. Exactly. That shitty ass meal that you had is literally the best, most healthy, most calorie dense food that 1 in 14 or 15% of children, 1 in 6 children are able to consume while they're growing up. Yeah. That's how fucking bad it is in the richest nation on earth. And Ben Shapiro's answer to this crisis, Mr. Protect the Children, Mr. fucking small government, his answer to this crisis is to just avoid the crisis and turn around and basically say that, like, if there are food insecure households, the government should break your fucking door down and kidnap your child.
feeding your child before you feed yourself. It's that simple. There's a much deeper problem at work than school lunches if kids are legitimately starving.
Incredible take, dude. Incredible fucking take. 9 million children in the United States live in food insecure homes. 9 million. Okay? That's the latest estimate. The best part is the MN House and Senate both passed this bill anyways. Dems getting work done, and it's for universal school lunch and breakfast. That's crazy to me. Yeah, the government should do everything but feed the children. They should just fucking, they should just kidnap the children. That's crazy, dude. I can't, it's just vice signaling again and again and again. 90% of conservative commentary just revolves around signaling vices. Okay? That's it. They literally just get off on being the worst possible person you can be. It's just like, yeah, actually, the right thing to do is fucking kill the children, as a matter of fact. And then conservatives are like, yeah, brother, you're right. Oh, yeah, I remember this one, too. The Alaskan Republican that argued child abuse deaths can be a benefit to society. This was fire. Another Save the Children ghoul. Here, this is sick. It's better. It's better for society for children who are abused to die.
In the case where child abuse is fatal, obviously it's not good for the child, but it's actually a benefit to society because there aren't needed for government services and whatnot over the whole course of that child.
This guy's fucking pro-life, by the way. This guy. Yeah, he said that. He said, like, actuarial sciences show the overall cost to benefit ratio favors the government in an instance where child abuse happens and the kid dies.
Child's life.
Through the chair, can you say that again? Did you say a benefit for society?
Talking dollars. Now you've got a $1.5 million price tag here for victims of fatal child abuse. It gets argued periodically that it's actually a cost savings because that child is not going to need any of those government services that they might otherwise be entitled to receive and need based on growing up in this type of environment.
Through the chair, Representative, I guess that would be the idea, if I can use a really bad analogy, when you hit somebody, always back up because it's cheaper to insurance. I don't pertain to that, and I'm really, I'm not even sure how to answer that there's a cost saving to the death of a child. The impact that has on a family and us as a society when a child is lost, especially to child abuse and neglect, is unmeasurable. And it's hugely tragic.
And follow up. And the way that you're calculating this 1.5 million, and when I say you, I mean the people who did calculate it, does that 1.5 million get higher or lower depending upon the age at which the child is killed?
So again, there's multiple factors, and a number can definitely increase, but again, I don't believe it's going to matter if they're older or younger. Again, a loss of a child is really unmeasurable.
They're talking about the value of statistical life. No, I know what they're doing. I get what they're doing. But even in the most charitable interpretation, it's like such a fucking psychotic thing. Okay? It is literally a psychotic thing. It's when you take a fucking econ textbook and literally use the arguments that you hear in an econ textbook, that you read in an econ textbook, while humanizing the widget factory workers. Do you understand? Like, that's the issue. There's a reason why when you read a fucking econ textbook, oftentimes they move away from like labor as anything but a commodity. They will only talk about labor as a commodity, rarely ever as like human beings, okay? The reason why they do that is because they want to talk about the line going up rather than what it means when the line goes up, but you've fired a bunch of the workplace, okay? And if you are to turn around and describe what goes on in a fucking econ textbook like it's with like, you know, fully developed human beings as victims or winners or losers in any given circumstance, you will come across like a fucking sociopath. If you take this logic to its most extreme conclusion, it would technically be cost saving to round up genocide and genocide everyone who's on welfare. Yeah, exactly. So we're back to the classic Felix Biederman tweet about econ textbooks. Chapter 1, the economy gives us ice cream. Chapter 2, this is why it's okay when children die in factory fires. Yeah, that is exactly what happens in econ textbooks. Cost-benefit analysis, when you actually think about human beings behind the actual cost-benefit analysis, if you think about them as like in terms of numbers, yes, you are going to come across like a fucking sociopath. This guy must be pro-abortion. Good take. Of course he's not, by the way. Remember, like, this guy, ironically, is also anti-abortion. Like, which makes it even weirder, because then it's like, oh, so you want children to be forcibly born, okay? You want women to forcibly carry pregnancies to term just so you can kill them if it's cost effective. Like, what the fuck? It basically takes all of the Republican mentality and you know, immediately showcases it for its depravity. Like, it's just insane. It's like the classic fucking take that Republicans have, where it's like, yeah, you are, we want children to be born, okay? We want children to be born so they can have the freedom to fucking die. The moment Republicans only care about a fetus until it you know, leaves the vagina, okay? The moment that it's outside of the fucking outer vagina, it's like, it's done. The moment that a fetus is fucking born, okay, it's over. It's done. You fucking die. Now you die, and we literally don't care. Which is ironic, because we also literally have awful maternal mortality rates in this country. Like, the absolute fucking worst in comparison to comparable OECD nations. It's mind-boggling to me. They don't even give a fuck about it. Like, the moment that you're born, the moment that you breathe your own fucking breath for the first time ever, it's a wrap. You can fucking die for all we care. It's crazy. And then the ones who are born into a fucking poor family, well, God forbid you God forbid you have to go to fucking school. Ben Shapiro wants you to be fucking forcibly removed from your family and put back into the foster care system when, you know, the government could be doing other shit like paying for the fucking food or paying for the $5 a month subscription at the top of the